We're back.
We're back, Bernsey.
The crew is back.
We're back.
Watch your lips.
Watch them.
Jeff Cox, Kevin Burns. I'm Jake Saldati. I always forget my own name. Or
You
to
said
say
my
it.
name.
To say my name. I always forget to say my name.
I'm me.
Well, doesn't it always feel weird to announce yourself?
It does.
I bet. That's why I
You should
always
do-
let you do it.
So
You should Bruce Buffer it next time.
Bruce Buffer it.
Bruce Buffers.
Where do we get the podcast, boys? Where do we follow? Go follow.
Burns.
On Instagram
Yes.
and Twitter at watcher_lips. On TikTok at watcherlips. If you are listening, you can go to YouTube and watch and subscribe.
Yeah, and 5 stars
And
on
five-
iTunes. You guys still aren't doing that. I don't know how many times we got to tell you to do it.
We're
But please.
drinking the right.
Yeah, we're asking nicely.
Very nice. It's going to get mean soon.
Yeah.
Are we?
Jeffrey. Jeffrey's going to.
Jeff's going to let it out here pretty soon.
No, I love everybody.
Thank you to one Caleb Bravo, but also Jalen Moreno Cropper and Aaron Mosby for our first. I don't know how to, not our first guests, but athletes.
Yeah. It was
That's
awesome.
not our friends. I don't know how to what to call
that
it.
are playing still.
Well, I think it
Professional or close.
brought a different dynamic
Yeah.
to what we've been doing. It was
Yeah.
nice to break up the monotony of just you guys.
Just looking
You
at
know,
my
sons
face.
of bitching.
bitches.
I will say
All
those
the
two
time.
were class acts. They were very humble.
Of course.
They gave us a
Absolutely,
lot of time.
man.
And
Fun to talk to.
Yeah.
And go follow them.
Yeah.
Go follow them,
Please.
please.
Or we're going to get mad. No. But no, thank you to those guys for taking some time. They're honestly very busy schedules. I think Jalen had pro day the next day, workout with a pro team the following day.
Mosby, he's back in Carolina now
back
today.
Back
Yeah.
at,
See
Good luck to these
pictures.
boys.
Yeah, so-
moving forward.
guys, real quick, we kind of glanced over it. I know nobody cares. Jeff won the bracket challenge, so you get to pick yourself out a hat. Welcome to the show. Thanks
you.
for being
Thank
here.
you.
Watch show. Who was second? Randy Cargill was second.
Cargill was second.
And somebody
First loser.
Somebody named.
He's used to that though.
I don't know who.
I grew
finished.
up with him.
There was a tie. I don't know who the other person was.
Yeah, you guys didn't identify yourselves.
So,
yeah, nobody did.
Yeah, we asked you to do that.
If you're out there and listening, and you did enter the challenge, go look and see where you finished second, whoever you are,
ESPN
and reach out to us.
9674
Pretty much.
52.
I think it could have been.
I
Guys,
studied
it's
it.
I do know that I beat you guys though, and that's the victory.
Yeah,
me.
but I won the fantasy league this year for football. We're gonna go back a little.
We're not keeping score.
Living in the past.
Oh,
We're not.
He only keeps
Hey,
score.
it is kind of funny. Yeah, exactly. It is kind of funny that the fantasy league I won that thing, the challenge you won. So now Jake, this year,
Jake won the
I
baseball
won
challenge.
the
Jake,
baseball. I won the bracket challenge between us last year and the football games.
yeah. So we just
I've-
win it all.
yeah.
You won the seed 8.
I won the money, seed 8. So I've done pretty
I
well.
also won the
Wow.
money.
I'll take my wins.
All right, enough bragging about us.
Yeah.
Winners.
I won. So,
Listen, I know Jeff hates this. I don't really care.
oh hey, hang on. I saw Julie
Oh,
in Roseville. Video.
Servadio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saw her in Roseville. Her daughter also plays club volleyball. And she mentioned, we shout her out quite a bit on this show. And then she still does not have her hat. It's kind of a running joke now that she doesn't have her hat.
We're just
So,
gonna have to bring her in to.
yeah, we're going to give her 2 hats.
Sure. I'm all for it.
All right. Now,
And those that don't know,
proceed, Jacob.
Julie is a very close friend of ours, longtime friend, and big supporter. So thank you, Julie. We owe you a lot.
Shout out.
Hey guys, the Masters was over the weekend.
Oh, we're going to jump right in.
We're going
man.
right for it, and I
Yep.
know there's a lot of we'll see where it goes. But the Masters over the weekend, John Rahm is your winner at
The Spaniard.
Congratulations,
12
John.
under.
He listens.
hey John, shout out that a baby.
Yeah, way to just lock it down.
Yeah.
Johnny boy.
One thing, he double bogeyed the first hole too,
He did.
Yes, he did.
and won.
I don't know where you want to start. I know you had some shit to talk about live players. You were blowing up some of the Live players Friday, Kevin. You're the golf aficionado here.
Yeah, why don't you lead us off?
I think what the Live Tour, the Live players did in this tournament was impressive. I think
the select few that ended up towards the top.
Yeah, but if
there was
you look
3
at,
in the top 7, I believe.
So you had
4 or
Mickelson,
5 in the top 20. There was 10 Live players make the cut,
which is significant for 54.
and 4 or 5 of them finished in the top 30.
Yeah,
So not too bad. I mean, Rory didn't even make the
tug
cut.
away.
Rory didn't make the cut.
No, Rory did not.
Rory, yeah, and Tiger looked bad, but I think that it was the most impressive thing was obviously Jon Rahm. Phil Mickelson on Sunday was the second most impressive.
What about an amateur finishing, I think, 16th?
Yeah, no, what he did was very impressive too. So third
Jordan
most.
Spieth having a run towards the end there.
He did, but I mean, what Phil did on Sunday, 7 under to shoot.
I've always said I've loved Phil Mickelson.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that he went to Live, but again, I mean, he just solidified his financial situation forever.
Right.
And he still can compete with the highest of the high.
I've got to
Jon
say,
Rahm,
Live Golf
champion.
Whether you like it or not, has made the PGA Tour 100 times better. The elevated events, they weren't going to do that.
Listen to
soon.
it first. Process the information.
Increased payouts, right? The purses are a lot bigger. You've got
So
all
is
the
yours.
top.
Well, and there's guaranteed,
I know
right?
mine
There's
is.
guaranteed money.
Yeah, to show up for like the lower
at
level
all
guys and stuff like
anyways.
that. Where was I going?
How PGA has helped Live.
No, Live has
Liv's
helped
the PGA.
Yeah, I think
Is that
it's
what he
bolstered
said?
it. But if you've watched it all this year, those elevated events they're not like majors, but they're pretty darn close. The excitement around them, all the top players are playing. It's fun. Golf is the funnest it's been in my lifetime right now to watch.
Okay. Jake, do you have anything you want to add to?
I mean, I think he's right as far as Live helping PGA move in they force their hand. I think PGA is, I would have to admit, I think there's better players.
In the
I would
on
say.
the PGA.
That doesn't mean that Live is not full of good players. Again, it's one of those moments where I can hit one shot out of 100 like these guys.
Yeah. If that.
Yeah. You know, so saying that doesn't mean much.
But when you send, what did they send? Like 20 guys over, 10 of them make the cut in a major
I don't even know if it
tournament.
was that many.
Yeah.
Well, they were.
started.
Here's the thing: they
There's-
were going to play anyway, whether they're in Live or not. Like
As they should.
Just putting them as part of the affiliation of Live, because that's where they're playing now. They would be playing anyway in this tournament. So it's not like, okay, we sent 10 guys or 20 guys, whatever. Would they send 10?
I don't know.
There was
10
more
made the
than
cut.
that.
Or they sent
There was
20 and
more.
10 made the cut?
We'll
there was
say
guys
that.
that didn't make
Okay.
it.
They
DeChambeau
all
didn't
would have
make
been
it.
playing anyway.
In the Masters.
So yeah, so it's kind to me that's irrelevant. That doesn't matter. Phil Mickelson was spectacular. Okay, I'll give him that. Brooks Koepka, complete meltdown.
But he still took second. He still played well.
I understand all that.
I mean,
but
8 under,
can we argue the fact that?
-4.
54 holes.
Yeah, can we argue that fact? I mean, you can't sit here and say that it doesn't play into. You haven't been playing 72 hole events
So
for a very long time now. Plus, hang on. Plus, you're coming off a major injury, right? And he's been playing awful. Not
Yeah. Oh,
like he has
absolutely.
been playing terrible for 2 months. So for him to come back and play the way he did,
he won last week, but
yeah, he did. He won the Live Tour last week.
We won I mean, they talked about it on the Masters, so it was a significant event for him to win. Significant enough for them to talk about it on Golf Channel, the Masters.
Arguably.
Well, I mean, if it's getting publicity,
Well,
it's significant
if going
enough.
back to what Jake is saying, if the PGA has better players, okay,
I didn't say
shouldn't he? Well, that's what you just said, didn't you?
I didn't say that the Live Golf players were bad though.
No, I'm not saying they're bad. They've all been PGA proteges, every single one of them. Live is a new thing. So when we sit here and say that, oh, these guys are Live golfers and they're doing more for the sport,
I don't think they're
or the
doing more
individual.
for the sport.
The only thing they're
I'm not saying
doing,
that at all.
the only thing they're doing, Burns, is they're paying them more money. That's the only thing Liv has proven to be correct.
Did I say
their
the
events,
players are doing more for the PGA Tour, or did I say the Live Tour coming out?
Here's what I'm
did
saying.
more for the PGA Tour.
You did say that, but what I'm asking, what has the Live Tour done for these players to make them better? Okay, we know what the PGA Tour has done for their players.
Yeah.
So the argued fact is, what has the Live Tour done for their players, other than paying them a godly amount of money that half of them don't, in my opinion, the way they're playing, don't deserve?
I mean, how could you say that when 2 of the top 3 are from that tour in the biggest event of the year so far?
They were PGA guys 1 year ago.
Yes,
they were good then.
But
they were better in the world golf ranking then.
Liv didn't exist.
I understand.
Right, Liv didn't exist before then.
I know that.
So of course they were.
You
PGA
guys still
players
think I'm against the Live Tour?
then.
I just think it's irrelevant. The Live Tour, part of the Live PGA Tour argument now is irrelevant.
I disagree. What's irrelevant about it?
It changed the way PGA structured.
You haven't answered the question of what the Live Tour has done to better the golfer that's in their tour.
Clearly, they're doing something right. I don't know what they've done.
What do you mean better the golfer? It's not Liv's job.
You guys said
Liv's
the PGA Tour has
no,
elevated their players by, giving them more money, increasing the purses.
Right.
What is the Live Tour doing? The Live Tour has been stagnant. They paid the guys the upfront money like they said they were going to do. They haven't increased anything since they started.
Less than a year ago.
Right.
Increased what?
What are they going to increase? They're already paying them ungodly amounts of money.
I understand, but the events themselves.
They get a lot of money.
They got a TV deal.
Every player gets paid. Last place gets paid. There is
now,
no cut.
Jeff, I will concede that I don't know how the longevity of the Live Tour, I don't know how long it's going to last. But it coming onto the scene has changed golf. Not individual players. It's just changed the landscape and excitement of golf, because not only at a Masters do you have all the PGA players competing against each other, now they're competing against a whole nother tour. So they're going to elevate their games.
What they've done is created like an AFC, NFC rival.
Yeah.
I
think
an American League, National League rival.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But they're not better.
Oh, I don't think Liv is better.
I think Koepka was a better golfer, okay? And he got injured, okay? But he was a better golfer in the PGA Tour. Would you agree or disagree with that?
Well, the sample size is much bigger for the PGA Tour versus this. I mean, if we're looking at it majors-wise, in the last 3 or 4 since
he won 3, right?
Yeah, no, he killed it, but he didn't play well all the time when he was on the PGA Tour, and that was part of his reasoning for going to Live.
Okay,
is because his game went down
This is kind of dovetailing into where I want you to go. Okay, just hear me out. Would he, playing the way that he is, the PGA Tour has increased the purses, but they're still cut. Okay, does he make the amount of money if he stays in the PGA Tour, or did he leave for money? Do you think that's the only reason he left the PGA Tour? Because other guys have come out and said that they didn't just leave for money, right? In his case, I think his game was going sour, and it wasn't as good. So he looks at it as the only way for me to be financially stable is to go to the Live Tour. And in that case, fine. That's a business decision on his part. That's great. But there is no way these Live golfers are better than the PGA Tour guys.
Yeah, I agree.
They're just not
arguing that fact.
Okay.
I mean, you had.
Well, you said
I'm saying they can still compete.
They had some good finishes,
and they can compete with the PGA
and some
guys.
of the
but
top.
They finished better
as time goes on. Will they?
Okay, in one
continue?
tournament they did, but you also have Cam Smith who didn't make the cut.
Yeah, he did.
Or he didn't do well.
Yeah,
but Rory
did shitty.
Mito Pereira made the cut. He played horrible. You had Cam Smith.
So did Freddie Couples at 63 made the cut. Tiger Woods made the cut. Okay. The course itself, it was tough.
Yeah.
It was tough. Right? So some of these seasoned guys that normally do really well, a Rory, if you will, doesn't make the cut. I don't know if it's conditions. I don't know what it is, but to me, the PGA Tour is elevated.
Yeah.
I think it's elevated. No, not only Live, but the fact that they are paying more is great, but the golfers just are better.
Well,
they're putting out a
they
better
also play more.
product.
Yeah. So I think
they play more.
In
They
the
play more
long run,
rounds.
the problem with Live is that they're only playing 3 rounds in a tournament. They're playing
Which did it affect Brooks?
I don't
They're
think
playing.
so.
I don't think this week because we're not that far removed from when he's been playing 4 rounds and doing all that. I think maybe his conditioning, maybe coming back from an injury.
Well, conditioning's
but
part
you
of
can't
it.
say
Calm your lips.
You can't say did it affect him when he still took second place in the biggest golf tournament.
I think he
there
was
is.
more mentally phased than physically.
I don't know. His shoe game was strong.
Yeah,
I mean, Phil finished ahead of him, and he's 50.
they tied. Yeah,
Tied. There you go.
yeah.
But I mean,
52.
Patrick Reed finished in the top 5 also, I think. So there's another
Well, and there's
guy.
something to be said for these guys that know the course. I mean, those 3 guys have won the Masters, right? Koepka, Mickelson, and Patrick Reed. John Rahm had never won, so what he did was very, very impressive, especially
And
coming
did
from
Cantley's 5-hour round play a factor into?
I don't know. Rahm plays extremely fast too.
I'm
behind.
I'm
5-hour
asking.
long round, you're saying?
Yeah, there's been a few guys that have complained about how slow he played.
Well,
I don't like to play slow. I'm not good though, so
thankfully, he
it doesn't
wasn't
matter to me.
paired with Sergio Garcia in his prime.
Oh gosh, he was the slowest player ever.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I think it's going to die. I really do. I'm keeping my stance from the very beginning. I don't think it's sustainable. I don't think they're better. I don't think the only thing and good for these players, and I said this before, good for them for the financial stability that they have.
Yeah,
and that's it.
We're all making.
There's
that
nothing
decision.
else. You've made horrible business decisions other than for yourself. So that's good.
Who?
What do you mean? What were their other?
You're not getting back in the PGA Tour.
Sure, they will.
Well, they were playing the majors still.
If they're out of,
But we knew that was going to happen from the beginning.
It was debatable in the beginning.
I don't know. I mean, early on, we knew that was going to happen.
We didn't know about the Masters for a while, like whether they were going to play. Right?
Okay.
Just getting.
I'm not getting angry at all. I don't
I will
care.
agree that Live Golf is probably not as exciting after I've watched some stuff, but I don't care what Live Golf becomes, what it is, what it's done for the PGA Tour. For me, as a fan that watches every weekend, I hated watching the weekends where there was no big names in tournaments on the PGA
I understand
Tour.
that.
And now we get like 2 a month. Like that's huge. That's like
Yeah.
getting to
I
watch
do
your
care.
favorite football team.
The only thing I care about is if a legend, or a couple legends, in my opinion, Phil Mickelson and Dustin Johnson, don't get back into the PGA Tour. I mean, he's a lifetime member. You're going to take that card like, dude, what he just did at the Masters.
Right.
I'm a Phil fan. I've always been a Phil fan. So that part bothers me. And I think they need to do something about that. That's the only thing that I'll say, like, that the PGA Tour that's negative is let's find a way to get Phil back in.
Do you feel like looking back at it, the PGA Tour initially did not handle it the way they should have by attacking Live Golf Tour so bad, and now it's like they're
They've
on
embraced.
No,
Yeah, it's a
honestly,
happy tour now.
honestly, from a business perspective, I would have done the same thing.
I feel like
Flex, you have more clout, you have more history, you have more money. Okay, you do.
Than
I
the
know
Saudis?
the Saudis. The Saudis have a lot of money, but that doesn't trump history. That doesn't trump the fact that the best golfers in the world, forever, from the time we were kids to the time we die, are going to be the best.
Well, there's some young guys that don't want to play 12 events a year. They want to play more events. This lives the option to not play that many events.
But then does it come back to haunt you?
yeah, it could.
Does it come back to haunt you?
Right.
Does Koepka win if
I
he's
don't
in the
think so.
PGA Tour?
I don't think.
I don't
so.
know.
I don't think it
I
changes.
mean, we'll never know. But
Especially
I mean,
coming off
he
of-
just finished second, so
Yeah.
he tied for second
with another Live golfer.
to Phil Mickelson.
I'm saying he was 2 rounds in the 60s. Like,
Yeah.
to say he's
Yeah, I'm not
67.
taking anything away from him, dude. He did great until
Those
he
can-
melted down.
I mean, yeah.
He became Olaf.
was
melted
which,
in the
which
snow.
was worse? Was
Or in the
McIlroy's
sun.
worse, or was Kepka. I thought McIlroy's was worse.
Yeah, McIlroy.
Well, it was a bigger lead.
And McIlroy was trying to go for the Grand Slam. He needs to win the Masters to have the career Grand Slam. I think that plays a factor in why he doesn't perform well there too.
The other question is Tiger Woods withdrew, and I heard
He's
an
done.
interesting take from the guys at Barstool. I don't know if it's Foreplay or which podcast it is, but they were talking about like his legacy and who gives a shit. Like let them move him around in a cart.
Yeah.
Like nobody, because his legacy. I was telling Jeff, like they're like, people are gonna pick what his legacy is. Really, not him. It's the best golfer in the world at the time, maybe the best, arguably one of the best to ever play. Is it the 30 girlfriends? Is it the
Well, that's where
car wrecks? Is it the injuries?
Yeah.
Is it
he looked
coming
really
back?
bad.
Like and winning the Masters
Yeah.
after all of that, like
Yeah.
the legacy. It's people are gonna have to pick. So him on a golf, who gives a shit? That's small potatoes compared to
Right.
everything else.
Absolutely.
Like if it keeps him in, let him have.
But I can
It's
see
a generational thing for me.
And I could see Tiger Woods not wanting to do that
Sure.
because of his legacy. He's not going to be
Got more
wanna
pride than that, yeah.
But man, that first round, did you guys see
I
what he
know.
looked like? He looked bad. He looked like he was hurting.
Why are you playing?
Because he
Okay.
loves the, I get it, but
So no, I mean, dude, you're hurt or you're injured.
Is it the?
I've always said this in sports.
Is it the stayed in too long? Is it the Brett Favre move?
To me, it's you're hurt or you're injured,
Should
dude.
he- should he-
like you can play hurt. You cannot play injured in any sport. If you're injured, you can't play.
who on his team is going to say, "Hey, you shouldn't be playing though"? It's Tiger Woods.
No, I get
so-
that.
If you felt good enough,
I
to
get
play,
that.
then-
But you withdrew yourself when you started to completely go haywire.
Yeah.
like rage quit.
Were you injured?
Oh, he was
on day
injured.
one.
Yes.
Okay, so why not withdraw on day one?
He was playing well. He was able to. But,
Okay,
but
okay.
the weather came in.
Yeah.
The weather came in, and
Saturday.
I think it was a lot harder on his body because that.
Okay.
I
can agree with that.
Augusta's the hardest course they say on the tour to walk. So then
Yeah,
you add
well,
that
it's
weather.
hilly.
Yeah, and then you add that weather. I mean, he was struggling. It was sad to see. I hate seeing. a
So
legend.
how I'll remember Tiger?
Would you care if he
Is-
rode a cart around?
Hell no.
Yeah, I wouldn't care.
Change the rules right now.
Well, he can get a
Hey,
medical.
PGA Tour, he stood by you.
Yep.
Okay,
When he was offered $1 billion.
Yeah, let's get the man a cart.
Yeah.
Let's get him a cart.
Who's turning down $1 billion? I'm not turning down $1 billion.
Yeah.
He doesn't care, dude. He doesn't
need it.
so
I know. I'm
much
saying
money.
he doesn't need it.
With all the
Oh, God.
endorsements and everything he's got over the years, like, dude, the video games, like,
Nike.
Tiger
deal.
to me is going to be remembered as one of the best. That's how I'll
In my
remember
opinion,
Tiger.
He's the best, but we got to
'Cause,
watch.
dude, his personal life doesn't matter.
No, not when it comes.
I don't know why people like want to hang on to that shit. Why does it matter?
It's
dude.
what they did
yeah, he
with
was a
Liv.
womanizer. He had 30 women,
Yeah.
right? And his wife beat the shit out of
It
him.
was
Did you say-
120 women.
Did you say
Whatever, dude. I mean,
You just
but
say so what? He's a womanizer. So what?
no, that's not what I'm saying.
I know. It's
I'm
just how
saying-
it sounded.
That's fine.
No,
It can
it's funny.
sound however it wants. Like,
Right, but
but
that doesn't matter. We
but
enjoy watching. You
He's a
play.
fucking golfer.
I get a free pass
He's a
because he's a
golfer.
good
Well,
golfer.
no, I
Hey.
don't, just don't bring it to me.
You know
I
what?
don't care. I want to watch.
He's not
you play
your
golf.
dad.
That's it.
I'm just
He's not
asking.
your dad. He's not your. He's not your uncle.
Right.
He's not. It doesn't affect you. So quit like leaning on that. Like don't hang on that shit.
Yeah.
Remember Tiger for what he was on the golf
he
course.
Changed golf. Golf it wasn't as
He was,
exciting
but
before him.
He was that though too.
Not on the golf course, dude. He's not. He's not behind the
They
trees.
can coexist, Jake. Is that what you're saying?
I
Two
saw
things
two-
can be true at
What
once.
is that? Big fat naked bikers having sex. Oh,
Yeah. so-
trying to chip.
but dude, like the people,
Do you know what movie?
No.
God damn.
Oh, let's
the
say
people
Tin Cup.
that
Happy Gilmore.
That's what I meant.
the people that like frown on Tiger and anti-Tiger are the same people that are causing so many issues in this country.
Yeah.
Honestly, like,
And it's
dude,
the same people that
No,
went
like-
after the Saudi golf league. It's the same type of
I went
people.
after the Saudi Golf League.
Yeah, but you didn't go after it quite like everybody's like.
They're going
trying to
after
make-
the Saudi government where
Yeah.
the money comes
Whatever.
from.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit
You-
about
that's
that.
The
what I'm saying. You didn't
atrocities
do that
they've
one.
committed
Yeah.
to humanity.
You're doing it more as if you were. Like
I'm
a
looking at
golf
Tiger as
purist.
Tiger.
Yeah.
Okay,
The golfer.
I don't care about Tiger as the person. I don't know him. I don't know him. I can't.
I wished I did.
Me too.
Yeah.
But I can't sit here and say, like, oh, he's a terrible person. Maybe he's a great person who made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. Look how
Right?
the way his dad raised him. He was in the RV while Tiger was out on the driving range, and he had women coming in and out of the RV. Tiger Woods should be remembered as one of the best, in my opinion, the best golfer ever.
The best. He passes Jack.
Jack Nicklaus.
I think so.
He's right there.
Yeah.
Arnie, you don't,
Well, I think what Tiger did for the game of golf.
until he gets a drink named after him, dude.
What would that drink be called?
The Tiger.
The Tiger.
The Tiger. It's
What
going to have
would it be,
everything in
though?
it.
Like what?
It'll be like a Long Island iced tea.
You got
Right?
30 sips to drink it.
I think that Tiger, what he did for the golf game, the PGA Tour, the way that he won for so long, the amount of cuts he made. Like,
Right.
if you look at all of his stats, he's arguably the best. You can say Jack or Arnie. Jack.
I'm
because
not
of the
saying
majors.
one or the other. I'm just
Yeah.
bringing up for argument's sake.
I
I
think-
believe Tiger's
I
the
think
best.
those
Yeah.
two, that's the conversation.
Yeah, there's
Jack
nobody
Nicklaus
else.
Yeah.
and
Tiger.
And I think it's more.
Is
Jack
there anybody
than-
that can get there?
I don't think right now because there's
Can
too
Scheffler
many.
get there?
There's too many good players. Like when Tiger was coming up, there was good players, but not like there is now. These kids are machines.
And you could get around that fact had Tiger not just won all the time.
But you know what, dude? Hey,
If Tiger didn't win all the time, even who was in the field, like didn't matter.
have we
Right.
brought this up before?
I don't know.
Because no, you had brought up last episode with Mosby that the whole generational thing, and we were talking about Tom Brady and
LeBron.
and LeBron. The technology, dude. I think we have talked about this, but the technology of golf now
Yeah.
plays a huge
Different
factor.
clubs, Burns.
No,
Yeah, different ball.
what
different
Jack
everything.
Nicklaus was doing on the same courses with no technology for the most
field,
part.
But the whole field had no technology, so it's kind of. I mean, you can't really compare. It's not apples to apples. He
Okay.
was playing against a field that was equipped the same way he was. Like
Fair.
with
But that's the
football,
argument,
rules
dude.
have
That's the
changed.
Tom Brady. That's the argument.
But he wasn't playing on courses that were as long either because they've had to extend courses now because these guys hit it so far. And they're actually talking about rolling back the ball and making it not go as far, which I think would be boring because we have the technology. Why not use it? But I think in golf, it's hard to say like generation to generation just because
Nicholas
based
in
off
his
of-
prime with these clubs
I don't know.
versus Tiger in his prime with these clubs
Yeah, I think
would be fun to watch.
that would be a blast to watch. And
And
even Tiger early on in his career, the clubs weren't that good.
It's era based.
He was using a Sasquatch.
Yeah, exactly.
We've
Nike.
used those, and those are
Yes.
shitty clubs.
Yes.
Sorry, Nike, but I know they
Sponsor
support
us.
us. But
Yeah.
but that was a terrible club.
It was,
And those fucking Nike irons were horrible.
It's
Yeah,
an
I had
era-
those.
The yeah, I know you did. They're terrible.
An era type thing, I think. And I prefer to keep sports that way. The Jordan LeBron debate, the Montana Brady debate.
The Nicholas Woods debate.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know?
We can keep them separate.
I think it's just they played in different
you.
times. Different. The games were played differently.
Right.
I just think it's fair to just keep them. Although Ari Spears in that one clip I played when Mosby was here, he does get in there and talk about, guys that were great like Jordan, like they moved the culture.
Right.
Has LeBron moved the culture? Like, because that's part of it. Not that that's the only criteria, but who moved the culture more, Jordan or like who made shoe deals?
Hey, dude, why does Shaq get lost in the shuffle?
I don't know.
I
Great
You guys
question.
ever notice that?
Yeah.
Great question.
Like, why does he
Yeah.
get lost in the shuffle? Fucker was breaking backboards.
Oh, and he's freaking hilarious. Have you watched that?
I love
Dude, he was a
Shaq.
rapper.
Yeah,
He was
He's
an actor.
What,
Blue Chips.
and Shazam.
Shazam. Dude, Shazam was terrible.
Oh, the worst. But
Blue Chips is a great movie.
Great
though.
movie.
have you watched the documentary on Shaq?
He's in Grown Ups too.
Yes,
He is in Grown Ups, too.
Yeah, the police officer.
Yeah. What happened? What'd
Well,
you
why
say?
does he get lost?
I don't know.
Was he a generational player?
Yeah.
Like, dude, he was
Yeah.
unbelievable
Yeah.
during those runs.
But it wasn't.
Nobody
the
talks about his
excitement of,
rings.
like jumping from the free throw line to dunk. Like there's
No, it was let's get it in the middle and let him manhandle everyone around you.
and get mauled while doing it. Mm-hmm. And he never had like a significant injury during his playing career. I don't think.
Not really.
I don't remember.
Not that I can remember.
So the longevity was there. His game was there. I think.
Well, there's a lot of guys in that era though that get lost because of Jordan, Kobe, and now LeBron.
I will say this. We're talking about eras, greats. We brought up Brady. I saw this tweet. It wasn't that long ago, but we didn't bring it up last time. And I totally am a no on this, but it was an interesting question. Should the NFL retire number 12? Tom Brady's number.
No.
Like MLB's got a 42 retired.
Yeah.
Dude, there is no comparison to Jackie Robinson.
I agree.
Absolutely not.
I'm just saying there was a question raised.
Hell no.
I think you're right. I think Patriots, yes.
The Bucks, maybe, if you wanted to. I don't think 2 years is...
Right. I mean, a Super Bowl.
Although he did win a Super Bowl there.
But yeah, I don't think you retire it.
Bucks, go ahead, because there's never going to be another quarterback as good as him that
the
plays for you.
NFL as a league retiring the number 12 that's.
No, that's a no, Caleb. Bravo.
He might be the only person on the planet to say yes.
Yeah, I think he would.
I'm just curious to see.
I don't think he would.
No?
No. Patriots, yes.
Hit us up, Caleb. Tell us.
That's a no-brainer. The Patriots.
Right.
That's
absolutely 100%. But did he wear 12 at Michigan? Is it already retired? I'm sure it is.
I don't remember.
I don't even know that. I should, but I don't.
Was it 10 or 12? I don't remember.
He probably didn't get to pick, right? Wasn't he like third string or something, second string?
I don't know.
Michigan?
But no, NFL, don't retire number 12.
Don't do it.
Patriots, you need to get on that immediately.
Invite us. We'll cover it.
Another news story regarding the NFL.
30 seconds later.
Which one was that? Was that him falling down the mountain?
Falling down, falling down the hill.
Let's see. Brady at Michigan wore number 10. I'm just seeing number 10.
Give me a Varsity Blues 10.
10. 10. 10. Go ahead and say it, Burns. It's okay.
A 10.
Go ahead. What else did he say?
Jeff.
Oh, because
what did he say?
Because Easter.
Yeah, I'm still with the Lord today.
We'll count how many days this lasts.
Hey, you know what?
We tell the people what you really. Anyways, OBJ
$15 million
to the Ravens.
1 year deal.
Terrible decision.
Does that
terrible
bring
landing spot? Terrible amount of money.
I saw today.
Explain yourself.
Okay, yeah, go for it. I want to hear your take.
This is a man that's been paid a massive amount of money to continuously get hurt. And other than being with the Rams, has been a distraction to every team that he's went to. They already have a distraction in Baltimore. They don't need another one. So to pay $15 million, you don't have a quarterback yet. You guys don't like Huntley. I like him. I think he's similar in his game.
Oh gosh, that's a stretch.
No, I think he plays the game very similar.
Who would you rather have?
Lamar Jackson, dude, of course.
So
pay him, dude.
I read today that Lamar was.
No, buddy.
Damn.
I'm not going to pay him, buddy.
You wouldn't pay Lamar,
No, buddy.
So then,
remember that?
Then you
remember that MTV commercial, buddy?
Bloody buddy,
Hey, buddy.
bloody
So when-
buddy.
Yeah, bloody buddy.
but wasn't he on here saying that was it him saying that Lamar does not worth that money?
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. Neither is OBJ.
But you'd rather have him over Huntley.
If I had those two, yeah.
So pay him.
Pay him.
No.
Pays that man his money.
He's what, 26?
Yeah. MVP 3 years ago.
Not paying him.
2 years ago. Oh, I did one thing about Lamar Jackson over his career since he's been in the league, other than
good regular season
other
quarterback.
Than Patrick
I know
Mahomes,
where he's going.
Lamar Jackson has the second highest win percentage. So Jeff says that he does not win. I don't care when he wins, whatever.
Dude.
Winning is winning.
Wrong.
Second highest
Wrong.
win percentage. No, you're like,
Wrong.
this is what happens
Wrong.
when you know you're wrong. So does he win?
Who am I?
Does Lamar win?
Wrong.
Trump.
Yes. Okay.
Does Lamar win?
In the regular season,
Does
yeah.
he win? Nope. There was
Wrong.
no kicker. Does he win?
This is the Dave.
It's
Do you
correct.
guys
The
want to
fact-
go back to the Dave Roberts argument? We can. My
wish for not
opinions.
to.
My opinions, Kevin, don't change. Regardless of sport, he's not a winner. He hasn't
That's
won
the
when it
dumbest thing
counts.
ever. He wins.
Dave Roberts.
Second highest win percentage.
But you
In the
like
regular season?
you like the Dolphins. They don't win either.
No, they haven't won they won last year.
Hey,
Burns, I'm throwing you alley oops. You're
I-
supposed
I-
to slam dunk these fucking things.
Lamar was actually recruiting OBJ as well. I read that today. So
For
it
what?
sounds like he's staying.
For less money? Good. Go ahead, stay
haven't
for less
talked to
money.
him.
You should.
I didn't talk to him.
OBJ, waste of money.
You think so, really?
In that offense, yeah.
Why?
Well, I mean, what receiver has done very, very well there? Not Mark Andrews.
What's his name? Brown did.
It wasn't spectacular.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
I'd rather
he
have
wasn't
OBJ.
a top tier. He's not a top
Hollywood
tier
Brown?
running back. Yeah, he's not a top
Who's
tier.
not
wide
there
receiver.
anymore? I mean, let's be specific here.
I think a healthy Bateman helps.
I like Bateman. I like Bateman. I like
and
Dobbins.
OBJ
Andrews.
is better
I
than-
think there's enough there with Lamar if he stays.
Okay, is he going to pass the ball around?
Yeah,
I think so. I think there's
Because we established 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago that he had nobody for a long time, except Andrews. And then you went off about running.
didn't have a running game.
I wouldn't pay OBJ $15 million for 1 year.
I'll give
Why?
you that. I'll give you that.
Why? What? Okay,
Fresh
what
off,
are you going to do in
ACL?
1 year? You're in the AFC. You have the Chiefs. You have the Bengals, and you have the Bills to compete with. In my opinion, those three are the top tier, and then I'll throw my Dolphins in this year because I think they're going to be really good. You're wasting your money. OBJ is proven what? In the last 4 years that he
won a
was very
Super
good,
Bowl.
that he tore his ACL on the turf.
That wasn't his fault.
You can't
it's
get
his
injured.
body,
He had a
dude.
touchdown in that
Can't
game.
get injured.
Hey,
He played really well.
He was very good with the Rams,
In fact,
dude.
if you rewind the tape,
You're not letting me finish.
He should not
You-
have even been playing because he
no.
was
Jeff
in.
actually praised his time in Los
I did.
Angeles.
That's what I was
with the
going to do right
Rams.
now. That's what I was going to do right now
Where was he before?
with the Browns.
Browns. It was not good.
But he was revived.
Died there.
So we were celebrating him yesterday.
But they had Jarvis Landry there too. There was
the
a little.
resurrection of OBJ.
No,
Yeah.
no comparison. Burns, horrible.
Well, you're the one saying he died.
Lead in.
You're
Is
saying
there
he
any
died.
more NFL news?
He's not related to Jesus, dude. You can't you can't even do that.
I'm not saying he's related, but you're saying
terrible.
he died and now he's significant again.
No,
he
I
got
just said I
$15
wouldn't pay
million.
him. He was good for 8 games for the Rams. He
But
was
if he
very
died,
good.
there's no coming back.
I like OBJ.
Right, Jake?
I don't like the antics and the shit that he does outside of the game of football. I don't like those guys.
But you
They're
said
bad.
about Tiger that you don't care what he is off the golf course. It's just about him. Why do you care about what OBJ does off the football field?
I don't care what he does off the football field. I care what he does in the locker room.
You're there.
It's proven.
What is he doing?
What did he do in New York? Why is he not a Giant still?
Well, because he went on a cruise or whatever he did down in Miami and he was young. But for the most part, he
And
wasn't
Cleveland,
that. I don't
he
know
didn't
what
like it
did.
there. So when he doesn't like it, he throws a tantrum and he leaves.
but you can't hold that stuff against him, considering
Don't bring up arguments that aren't even the same.
It's exactly the same.
No, it's not. Tiger's off the field. This is on the field and in
So
the
if
locker room.
is on the field.
Pretty much, yeah. It's within your organization.
So when Tiger's
He's a team
in
player.
the clubhouse, if he's talking about
Individual
banging
sport.
all these chicks, you're like,
Individual
hey, I don't
sport.
like you anymore.
Individual
You're
sport.
talking
He's
about
got
it in the
nobody to answer
clubhouse.
to but himself.
You're talking about it in the clubhouse. I don't like you anymore.
It went unspoken in the clubhouse for how long?
For Tiger,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So if he's talking about it in the clubhouse, I mean,
But I'm saying, like,
how long did he play in the PGA Tour
I'm
before
saying
any of the
your
shit came
argument
out?
is
Dude.
it's the same thing.
Burnsy.
It's the same exact thing.
Weak.
Same exact thing.
He's saying watch your lips burn.
I'm not going to watch them because when you listen back, you're going to realize, oh, wow, that
You guys say that all the time, and then I listen back, and
Well,
you're,
that's
and you're
'cause
like,
it's
oh,
you.
yeah, Coxie, that was a good point.
No, that
Yeah, you were
no,
right there.
Never
No,
does that
no, very rare. I mean, I will do that if I feel like I'm wrong.
You have. You
But
did it on the
the
Lamar
one
thing.
person who will
and now
not-
you're trying to do
the
it.
one person who will not ever do that,
Oh, I've come back and said thanks.
maybe on here, but not personally. You won't say, oh, I
He's
was
actually
wrong.
watched his lips before.
on here. Yeah.
Oh, and you're saying in private,
Yes.
not on here.
Yes.
Which would you think would be easier?
OBJ waste in Baltimore for $15 million. Way
Listen,
too
there's
much. If you would have paid him half, $7.5 million 1 year, sure, take a chance.
there is something else.
How are you going to pay? Wait, hang on. How are you going to pay Lamar, dude?
Let me know.
How are you going to pay Lamar when you're giving out $15 million to a guy that didn't play all year?
With digital currency, apparently. Isn't that coming?
Mm-hmm.
That's how much we're gonna have to pay him, I guess.
Yeah, he made $80,000 because all that
Oh,
shit.
that's
He
right.
lost all that.
OBJ.
Nah, he learned his lesson.
Was he one on that? He was.
He
in that?
was the one, bro.
Yeah, he asked
Brady
to get
too, right?
paid.
And like some coin or some shit.
Well, for the Rams, he wanted.
I'm
his
just saying
salary
going
in
forward
Bitcoin,
too.
right?
I'm being kind of a smart ass.
It crashed.
Yeah.
It's crashing.
Sorry. Do you lose your train of thought?
Go
there?
ahead.
That's my fault.
No, I'm done.
Jeff hates
I
OBJ.
proved my point again. I don't need to prove it again.
Hey, just because
I love you, Coxie.
I love
we
you,
haven't
Burns.
we haven't talked about it. We did go to spring training a couple weeks ago. We had a marvelous time.
Oh, it was a blast.
Thank you
I
to
really pissed off an Armenian woman at the poker table. Burns, we were there.
we stayed at Talking Stick.
yes.
Yes.
Was that what it's called? Talking Stick. It was an awesome place.
Highly recommend.
Highly the best
Buffalo
breakfast burrito
Oh yeah, that's fire, dude.
I've ever
That
had.
was so good.
Yeah, you love those things.
I had one every night.
And that
Every
hot
night.
sauce they gave you.
It was
Oh,
good.
it was like Louisiana.
Louisiana
Louisiana hot sauce.
Now we
Bro,
did.
hash browns in the burrito. Anytime that you have hash browns in a breakfast burrito,
like
solid.
the shredded ones.
Yes.
Oh man, I never had one.
You missed out.
You did.
I had chow
enough.
mein and fried rice at like 2
Horrible.
a.m.
That was horrible. It looked terrible.
Well, Jeff and I decided that it would be a good idea not to really sleep and play Texas Hold'em anytime we were back at the hotel.
Yeah, more so me. You did go to bed a few times.
The first night I stayed out, you went to bed, but then you rallied.
No.
Yeah, you were in bed before me.
Oh,
first night.
that's right. The
But
first
then I
night
got up
was.
one morning and went and played while you slept in a little. But the biggest rally of the weekend was at Top Golf, and it had nothing to do with golf. Jeff
Calling dinosaurs.
was calling them dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
He looked like I honestly thought he was falling down the stairs.
You guys
walking
poisoned
to it.
me.
Yeah, you got
So
poisoned.
Burnsy's like Jake, and I'm in no condition. Be honest with you, I was in no. Me and Jeff were just staring at each other. Like,
Burns wanted to skip
No.
over the fact that he threw up the night before on the
I
way
was
back
giving
to.
you props. I was saying
Jeff-
you rallied really well.
Yeah, well, we didn't know if you rallied because you
I
went to
did.
bed.
No, I didn't.
Jeff and I are staring at each other at Top Golf, like, which one of us is gonna die first? And
I thought I was gonna. I stopped playing because I thought I'd fall off.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna.
yeah,
do
they put us
second
on
story.
the third story.
I'm like, you know what, bruh? I'm good.
but Jeff did
I'm
have
good.
a
You guys go ahead and hack it up.
puke and rally, and
Oh, it was amazing. He
it
walked.
was instant.
He walked into that bathroom green. I think the color of your skin was green,
Olive.
olive. He walks out a brand new man. I mean, smiling ear to ear, just ready to go.
Yeah.
And you played poker till about 3 a.m. that night.
3:30, 4 o'clock. Yeah.
If we had taken a poll of who's going to last the longest or the shortest, you
I would have
been-
lost.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
but you
I
won.
proved everybody wrong, didn't
Yes.
And Burns was just
I? I'm
getting
proud of that. Still at 40, still can rally.
Yeah, it's
Burns was
impressive.
getting
Billy
frustrated
Bob.
with
I
the-
left a few hot dogs in the washing machine. for you.
Yes, yeah. Jesus Christ.
Well, you guys brought up Billy Bob.
I will say this: there was a topic. Burnsy was taking notes because we didn't know what the evening or weekend was going to hold in store, and one of them was we noticed that every time, and no disrespect here, right? All due respect.
With all due respect.
Every time something got brought up regarding a female.
Is she hot?
Why is,
Is that what you were going to say?
Why is
Oh,
that
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
response from every male?
And you
Every
don't even
single
care.
man. It's
And
like
you-
code.
Yeah, you don't-
Every guy, dude, I was talking to, so and so's sister and met, she hot?
Yeah, before you could even talk about what it is. Yeah, that's a common question.
Dude,
That's a universal response.
Dude,
Yeah.
his mom was so pissed that one.
Was she hot? But does she look good?
So, and it happened here. I don't know who we were talking with. And that was, I kept noticing, and I noticed like every.
I think it was Caleb.
Yeah,
Caleb mentioned something.
Yeah, he did. Caleb. Why is that the question?
Well, I think, if you're talking to somebody ugly, nobody cares. Is that what it is?
the conversation doesn't matter. You're like, yeah, it's boring.
Oh, she was ugly? Okay, never mind.
Well, how do you
tell me
answer that?
something
So
about
what
somebody
if-
that was
but,
hot.
But say, what if the case is like you think she was good looking, and you guys are like, what are you talking about?
She was a 4.
She's fucking.
Like 4,
Yeah.
4.5, 4.76.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I think it just
But is there
people
an age
want to know.
limit?
They'll engage more if they know that
Hold
you
on
were
a
talking
second.
to somebody hot.
You're bringing up. Go ahead. Age limits. Continue.
Not young, obviously. I'm talking about older. Is there an age limit? What age do we stop asking, oh, is she hot? Like if you're talking about somebody's grandma.
I don't think you ever stop asking. Burns.
Is grandma hot?
If so, I know a couple hot grandmas.
But would you ask
Yeah,
that if I was like, hey, I
Wink.
was with my grandma? Hey, I was with grandma the other day. Oh, wait.
Is she hot?
She hot?
Yeah, no, I guarantee you it still comes. Dude, if you're playing golf with all your buddies that you play with some older guys,
Yeah, lots
Right?
of, yeah.
and if you were like, hey, I was talking to grandma, they're going to say, is she hot? Guarantee you, dude. Guaranteed.
So it
You go-
doesn't. Just because we don't, somebody will question it.
You go to the
Yeah.
19th hole and you're like, hey, did you see the cart girl go by? Did you guys, oh, is she hot? Every time, dude.
Yeah.
No matter what it
How's
is,
she
it
look?
works universally
Yeah.
for everybody.
Yeah.
It's something of that sort, right? How she look. She
Right.
look good. She cute.
Yeah.
She ugly. What?
Why isn't it like, was she nice?
Huh?
Exactly.
Personalities don't matter at that point. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
We're-
Well, I mean, yeah, it really doesn't because you're never going to get to know her. You just want to know her.
And it just
physical
it kind of
attributes.
right. It just affirms the creepiness of guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's the first
Dirty
thing
males.
that comes into your head. That's you guys.
You guys,
I didn't
no,
admit
I'm
it.
not that
That's
way.
you.
No,
I don't lay in the gutters anymore.
no.
Yeah, I don't either.
No, you do.
But is she?
You
hot?
do very seldom.
Lay in the gutters
Yes.
with the way I talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do that daily.
He doesn't
Fair
really
enough.
talk so bad though. He asked for.
Cussing.
Oh, we're just gonna throw me
No,
under the bus, huh? You
I
guys.
mean, we did do a whole 15-minute bit on the word.
we
fuck
started that,
Yeah, let's not.
and yeah, I'm not. Like he looks at me. He's
Here. It was
like,
Easter yesterday. A little more respect.
right? You
Did you
just
guys have a
dropped
good
the
Easter?
F-bomb.
I had a great Easter.
Did you guys?
Yeah, it was nice.
We
Watched Masters.
Everybody go to the in-laws?
No, we had it at our house.
Oh, you
look
did?
at you.
In-laws come over?
Yep.
Okay. Deviled eggs?
I made some really good ones with sriracha on them.
Whew.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
fire.
How many times you hit the bathroom this morning?
Yeah. How's the butthole? How's the butthole feeling?
Only once,
Screaming.
but it was a lot.
Mine was screaming.
It was a
dude.
lot.
It was like a...
It was like you just put
It was like
sriracha
a
right on
balloon.
that
Yeah,
ass.
exactly.
No, it was like when you squeeze the balloon.
Triple flusher.
Have you ever had a Dumb and Dumber moment?
Yes, dude.
I'm just asking.
100% I have.
Like where you barely.
I'll tell you
Are
what.
you looking at me like you
you'll have
don't know
to-
what I'm talking about?
You'll have to refresh my.
I've had them at the worst places.
My friend's a little slow. What are you talking? Do you, Jeff? You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
So share.
I was gonna tell you
doing it
guys.
for
When he
the
when he
audience.
when
I've had them at the worst times.
when
Let
Harry
me answer this.
barely makes it to the shitter
Oh
Yeah.
gosh, yes.
and explodes.
yes.
I was a young kid, and this is the first time it happened. I am going back to school shopping at Mervin's in Madera, and I'm looking at my mom. She's like, "Hey, you like this shirt, honey?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's okay, but I'm gonna go to the bathroom right now." And she goes, "Is everything okay?" I go, "I don't know if everything's okay, but I'm going to the bathroom right now. Grab all the shirts you like, Mom. I'll look at them when I get done." I was in there for like 25 minutes. I don't know what it was. But, and then the next time, it's a disgusting place to take a shit anyway, is
Yes.
Mervin's. Also Fresno State.
I can think of worse places.
Fresno State baseball.
Even
A Fresno
worse.
State baseball game.
Oh,
I had a hot link and nachos with a ton of jalapenos, and it was literally, dude, 10 minutes. It hit me in like 10 minutes. I'm sitting there and I was like, yeah, I'm sweating. Like I'm getting the cold sweats.
like
Like
Tiger.
I gotta go. I'm going to go. It's the 4th inning. I'm out of here. I bailed
Like you left the game?
for 3 innings. Yeah.
Oh, you went to hit the head.
3 innings.
Two and a half. I think it was like 2.5. I got back in. It was like the 4th. It was no.
That was like 30
I got
minutes.
back in like the 6th inning.
And you left in the 4th?
Oh yeah, and there was a guy next to me having a game of battle shits. Like we were going at it, dude. Battle shits.
I've never heard that.
You haven't?
No, that's the best
dude.
thing
That's like you look over and
It's
you're
like
like, you
swords,
check
but-
out their shoes, right? The
Yes.
first thing you do is you look at their shoes,
Yes.
and I'm looking down and I'm like, all right, this guy and I, like he had high techs or some shit on. I'm like, we're having a game of battle
He
shits
probably
right
had
now.
a big earthy shit too, wearing high techs.
It was going on.
Oh, I
for-
can't say that word. He only can.
Earthy?
Yeah, he was
What does that even mean?
he's an outdoorsy man wearing high techs.
So what is he shitting?
a demon
Bark
Bark.
and beetles.
Bark and beetle shit.
shitting a demon. Is what he was shitting
Hey,
the guy
do you
next
ask
to me.
him? Are you like, hey, you ready to go? We're
Hey, do you
gonna-
have,
I
the,
have,
do you have the
dude. Hey,
nachos with some jalapenos?
Honest to God, I've asked somebody before. I'm like, "Do you want to have a game of battle shits?" And the guy was just laughing his ass off. He's like, "Yeah, let's go. Let's do it." Like, all
I
right.
would die if somebody asked me that.
But none of you guys haven't had that happen before.
I'm a home field kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm pretty
So-
big on
Yeah,
home
dude.
field,
But there's times where, like, you're driving and
where
you're
I'm
getting chills. Have you
comfortable-
turned the heater on in
oh
the
gosh.
No.
in the car? Have you ever
never-
done that?
No.
No, I've rolled the window down.
Oh, you're more of a.
Yeah,
I
I'll
need it
sweat.
needs to cool me off.
Yeah, because it's.
I'll
like
you know what
sweating.
I do? If I'm feeling like mentally like this is iffy, I'll call somebody.
Oh, get your mind off.
Get
it.
my mind off of it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Make a phone
I've
call.
done that.
See, that's a
Talk.
If,
But the waddle when.
Hey, do you
have to
think do you
that.
think girls do the same thing? Not the shitting part of it. I'm talking about the. Are they cute? Do you think girls do that? Question if guys
I
are
mean,
good
probably
looking.
not universally, but I'm sure there's quite a few that do.
Because I think it's funny. You like
But it's
it
with
could
girls.
be any female. It doesn't like.
But I think girls
I think so.
ask
That is
about
a
girls.
great question, dude. I've never thought of that. But I think if they're out to dinner, like, I mean, we're old now. So let's just say all the wives go out to dinner or, wives' friends. There's 5 or 6 of them. They probably, oh, I ran into so-and-so. Oh, is he still cute? Or is he hot?
Yeah.
How's he look? I guarantee you, dude, they do.
But don't you think that women are doing the same thing that we are about other women because they always care about what other women look like?
No,
or
they're
they look
probably
good?
they're probably shitting on them.
You think so?
I think girls are more like.
But you don't think they're asking that
No,
question?
they
Oh,
will.
is she
No,
pretty?
girls find more flaws with other women.
Yes.
Hate women. Chris Rock has a
Has
bit.
she gained weight?
Yeah.
I hope she's gained weight.
Has she
Dude,
gotten
yeah.
pretty yet?
Chris Rock has a
She's
bit
still
on
a
this,
bitch.
and it,
Yeah.
it talks about how women.
She's still a bitch. She is, huh?
Does
She's
she have
still a
that resting
bitch.
bitch face?
Yeah.
Oh, that bitch.
Remember in 3rd grade when that's
Yeah. Oh, I threw the 4-square ball at her.
Knocked
she didn't invite me to her party.
Yeah. And I'm still mad about
Yeah.
it. 34 years
Yeah.
later, I'm still pissed. I didn't get invited to the 6-year-old birthday party.
Look at me now, bitch.
We've made it.
I think so. To answer your question, yes, I think so, Jake.
I just don't think it's as prevalent as it is with guys. Like you,
I think you'd be surprised.
when they're just amongst each other.
Yeah,
So we need a
I
women's
would
perspective.
be.
On
Yeah,
this.
we do.
we do.
Yeah.
Weigh in.
Should we call
Tell
somebody?
us.
What female should we call?
I don't know. Weigh in on this.
Weigh in. Tell us. He's pulling out the big one. The phone, Jeff.
Is he really doing it?
He's pulling
Who are you
out the big
calling?
one.
Your wife?
That's probably a bad example.
Don't call your wife right now, Jake. I'd rather you order a pizza.
You just came back from the
I'm
gym.
hungry, dude. I'm starving. I haven't eaten protein yet.
Starving.
What do you eat?
Protein.
Is she
Just
hot?
straight protein?
Right,
Is
just
it hot?
right out of the paws,
You're
dude.
just like,
I would call somebody, but I won't call
Oh,
anybody.
my wife's calling.
Answer it and see. Get
No,
the answer.
I didn't tell her we're doing the podcast.
Oh.
Oh, that's.
Well, I don't need to. I'm picking up the daughter at 6.
Oh.
We're running out of time
We are running out of time.
Yeah.
because we're all on a time schedule here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Correct. I just got to get home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I love you guys.
I love you too.
buddy.
And Jalen Moreno Cropper, Aaron Mosby, Good luck to you guys.
Thank
Yes.
you. And
thank you for coming on.
More to come. If we're working on trying to get more of
We
that
are. We are.
stuff. So
Absolutely. We got to throw these in.
stay tuned. Yeah, we're gonna do another mashup soon with the Bromigo stuff.
Burns loves those.
Some more guest
I love it.
stuff.
Yes.
Just more Watch Your Lips stuff.
Just watch us.
Yeah.
Listen.
Sorry for the half hour of golf for those
Yeah.
that left and came
And
back.
you're, and you're welcome to those that liked it.
Yeah.
And if you've stayed till the end, fast forward through the golf if you don't like it.
Well, there's going to be a
Right?
couple subjects you may want to fast forward through.
Well, and there's several times that Burns, watch your lips.
Yeah.